Hopefully he misses Stone Edge. Oh, it's Mega Tyranitar! She has a Mega Tyranitar! Oh my gosh.
Butterfree, go!
Yo, whoa, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I'm bringing you guys another episode of our Pokemon GS Chronicles Nuzlocke Let's Play. We are here at the end of Victory Road and ready to take on the Elite Four and hopefully the champion in this epic Nuzlocke adventure. If you guys have enjoyed this series, be sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, of course. We've got a lot of preparation to do before I actually jump into the Elite Four, but I've got a handful of really cool Pokemon that we can utilize. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of do some training, some grinding, whatever, get some good moves, better moves, whatever it may be, and then we're gonna jump into it and I'll recap the team before I do all that. I'm not entirely sure who I'm gonna bring. I mean, obviously, I think that this is definitely something that gets brought to the team. I really think that aDrive is probably my Mega. I think I'd be stupid to not bring Ho-Oh. I'm really liking Tangrowth if I can get Regenerator on it. I think Kenny is really solid as well. I'm not quite sure if Frostbite is gonna be the play. I'm thinking maybe something else would be a little bit better for that slot. But I'm actually thinking maybe Poliwrath could be kind of cool. There's definitely some changes that we can make to try to figure out, to kind of optimize this team a little bit better. So I'm gonna do some tweaks there, figure out which 6 I'm bringing, train them up, get them ready to rock. I'm thinking I wanna land somewhere around 63-ish on all the Pokemon, somewhere in there, 63 to 65. I think it's gonna be a good number for us, and then we'll get them going. So let's get it, let's go, like the video, let's do it. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna evolve Swagpole into a Poliwrath. Now I'm more of a Politoed kind of guy, but I think Poliwrath will actually be pretty solid for us. I'm gonna have to look and see what kind of moves we can get and see what works with that, but I think this could be a really cool Pokemon. And there it is, Lance is finally evolving just in time for the Elite Four, of course. Still got a little bit of training to do on this homie, but we do indeed have a Dragonite now, and it is a shiny Dragonite. Ready to hold down the squad and hopefully carry us to victory. If it can get Dragon Dance, I think we'll be good. And I do have one bottle cap, which I think is to switch to hidden ability. So I definitely am gonna be going for multi-scale if I can. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna learn Wing Attack, bro. But hopefully he can learn some better moves, but I'll show you guys the team. Ho-Oh's in the PC, so he doesn't overlevel, but that's what we're looking at right now. Looking pretty strong right now. So just so you guys know, what I'm doing now is I'm actually crashing into rocks here on Cyanwood to get yellow shards from the rocks, which seems to be a pretty low drop rate. And then I'm gonna turn those yellow shards into silver caps so that way I can get more hidden abilities for my Pokemon. So far I've got 4. I need 10 more because I probably only am gonna change, Lance I already changed because I had 1, so he's multi-scale, but I do want to change Styx to Regenerator as well. I think all the other Pokemon's abilities are probably fine. I mean, Clear Body and Water Absorb, those are both fine. Okay, so I just got my 10 yellow shards. That took an obscure amount of time. I mean, that was actually insane how long that took. I don't know which house I'm supposed to go into, but one of these guys takes shards in exchange for silver caps. I don't know who, maybe you. I don't know. He just gave me Tyranitar. I guess that's cool. I don't have a Tyranitar. I have no idea where you get the silver things. Maybe this guy. It's gotta be this guy. Okay. This guy wants red, and he gives you an egg. One of these guys takes yellow. You have blue. This is green. Oh, he gives me an egg. It's gotta be this guy. There we go. Okay, so I'll take a silver cap. Yeah, that should be what I need. I don't know what the gold cap is for, but now I can go back to Goldenrod, and I can actually get that. I gotta say, one of the things that I've really appreciated about playing games like Radical Red is that they allow you to kind of take some of this grinding out and like make it more obtainable and achievable to do certain things. Like to maximize IVs right now. All right, so let's do this. So I want Regenerator, perfect. Okay, so I have my hidden abilities. So to maximize IVs right now, I can get big nuggets, but to get big nuggets, you have to fish up a bunch of Magikarps to do this Magikarp competition. I'm definitely not doing that. So I'm gonna continue training. I'm almost there. Just a few more levels on my Mons. Mostly Lance, Swagpole, Kenny. The other 3 are probably good. And then I think we're ready to start. And I just came back to Bell Tower to grab Dragon Claw because I wanted that for Dragonite. And there it is. He's learning Dragon Dance, baby, which is exactly what I was hoping for. I kind of like Extreme Speed, but I think Fire Punch, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, or Thunder Punch, Earthquake, Dragon Claw is probably really solid. Do I want Extreme Speed? Oof. I think I'm gonna go without extreme speed because I feel like with Dragon Dance, he'll probably be pretty strong. As now that I have Dragon Dance and multi-scale, I feel really good about this. I think that Lance could probably put in some serious work. So I just spent like another 20 minutes in Mount Mortar looking for a couple TMs. I got Brick Break. I don't actually know if I already had Brick Break. I should have probably checked beforehand, but I think I'm done here, and I think we're pretty much ready with the team. I'm gonna fly to the victory road, and then I'm just gonna do some double checks. All right, so let's run through our Elite Four team. We're gonna be leading with my man Lance, Jolly Nature with the Dragon Fang. He's got perfect stats. Dragon Dance, Fire Punch, Earthquake, Dragon Claw. We've got Swagpole here with the Shell Bell, Water Absorb, of course, Ice Punch, Earthquake, Bulk Up, and Brick Break. Then I've got Kenny here, which is Black Sludge, Bold Nature, Sludge Bomb, Ice Beam, Toxic Spikes, and Surf. Fox, of course, our Phoenix with the Life Orb, Hasty Nature, Earthquake, Sacred Fire, Will-O-Wisp, and Extra Sensory. Then we've got B-Drive here, Naughty Nature, with U-Turn, Fell Stinger, Brick Break, and Poison Jab. And last but not least is gonna be Styx, which is our Regenerator Tangrowth with Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Knockoff, and Earthquake. That is the team. I think Kenny is gonna be our lead to set up those Toxic Spikes. And let's get it going, ladies and gentlemen, for the Pokemon GS Chronicles Elite Four. Yo, champ in the making. From here on, you'll face the Elite Four one by one. Once you get in here, you'll not be able to leave. You better bring enough medicine if your Pokemon get tired. That's the attitude. Come on in. All right, so I did stock up on full restores. I got some elixirs, things like that. And it's our boy here, Aspirus. Welcome to the Pokemon League. After a long time, we finally finished our own Pokemon League. As you can see, there are 4 doors around here. I'll explain what you'll do. There are 4 doors around here. Each one will guide you to an Elite Four chamber. Once you are there, you must defeat the Elite Four member in order to open a door that'll take you to the main hall. You can choose whichever door from here. Once you defeat all of them, a new door will open. I expect you to perform pretty acceptable battles. I wish you good luck. All right, let me make sure that I have animations on and everything. We do. And then I get to choose my door. So what do we got here? I don't know what that is. That looks to be poison. Maybe poison, psychic. I don't know. Does it tell me what the types are? That might be dark, normal, fighting maybe? I think this one might be dark. I like dark probably the most because I have a fighting type and I have B-Drive. So I'm gonna lead Kenny. I'm gonna set up T-Spikes and let's see what happens in this Elite Four room. Is this dark or ghost? I think that's Karen. Welcome to the Pokemon League. The opponent I was waiting for has decided to show up. I am Karen of the Elite Four. Your aDrive, how amusing. I love dark type Pokemon. I'm known for my overpowering tactics. Think you can take them? Just try to entertain me. Let's go. Okay, so it is Karen and she is known as a dark type master. I think her ace would be Mega Houndoom. Let's see what she's got. She's gonna lead it off with an Umbreon. Level 57, okay. So I had to basically train my team up for the champion essentially, right? And I'm gonna set up a T-Spikes to kick things off here. And then we're gonna go from there. So let's see what this Umbreon wants to do. It might like mean look or something. It's gonna just foul play, that's fine. It shouldn't do too much. That actually did more than I thought it was gonna do, but that's okay. I wonder if it would be worth my time. It probably has Toxic. I think what I wanna do is I kinda wanna go Swagpole and then double out into B-Drive to try to bait a potential Toxic, right? Because I think Umbreon always is like Toxic, right? So here's the foul play. We resist this. It shouldn't do too much. Okay, it doesn't. So I feel like if this thing has Toxic, it's gonna go for it right now. So I'm gonna make a play into B-Drive and hopefully predict this right. Because Umbreon always carries Toxic, right? Yeah, I love it. Okay, so now I have the freedom to Mega Evolve and U-Turn. I'm not gonna stay in Fell Stinger. I'm just gonna U-Turn because, like I said, it's probably gonna switch, and it does. Here comes Drapion, which absorbs my Toxic Spike. So that's a bit of a bummer, but I get to get a Mega Evolution off, and I can U-Turn right here. And then I can switch out into something else like Dragonite or whatever and go for like an Earthquake or something because we know B-Drive doesn't, or you know, Drapion doesn't want to take that. So there's a big U-Turn. That does a significant chunk to Drapion. Okay. And I think the play here is we go Lance. I wonder if I can sweep with Dragon Dance. I probably can't sweep with Dragon Dance. I think the play is Lance though, because Lance is never gonna die to one hit here. I could also go Fox. Let's actually go Fox, because Fox can come in and just Earthquake and should outspeed as well. So we got the pressure exerting. This thing has leftovers, or it's got Black Sludge. Okay, I'm gonna just Earthquake, and she's gonna full restore. Okay, but this is gonna do a lot. I am Life Orb, and obviously Drapion only has one weakness, which is of course its ground type weakness. So this should do a tremendous amount. It may even just pick up the KO. And it does. Perfect. All right, good stuff there, Fox. The Phoenix rises and does some serious damage there. All right, what else you got? Here comes Tyranitar. Okay, I don't really have like a super good, I mean, I guess my Tyranitar switching is Swagpull, right? Yeah, I would say that that's my play. I go Swagpull and just try to go for Brick Break. Hopefully he misses Stone Edge. Oh, it's Mega Tyranitar! She has a Mega Tyranitar! Oh my gosh. Okay, well, let's see how well Swagpull takes this. Maybe it just misses. Stone Edge misses! Yes! Yes! That's so good for us. Okay. Now, I could bulk up, but I think I just honestly Brick Break. It's got Earthquake. Let's see if we can take this. We should be able to take an Earthquake. It's not Stab. Okay. This is 4 times super effective Stab Brick Break here. Let's go! Swagpull gets a crit! I actually think the crit mattered. I'm not even gonna lie. Because Tyranitar is very bulky. I know it's 4 times, but still. T-Tar is very, very bulky. Swagpull gets a little bit of love there. Gets up to 65. And let's see what else she's got for me. Is it gonna be the Umbreon? It's gonna be Shiftry. Okay, so we know Shiftry's gonna wanna go for a grass move, most likely. Grass and Dark. I could go Sticks. I kinda like Sticks here. Yeah, I'm gonna go Sticks. Because if it goes for a grass move, like Sticks has Regenerator, right? So it can heal off. And it does go for Leaf Blade. Okay, so Sticks should be able to take any hit from this thing. Sticks is very bulky. Yep, that's perfect. Sandstorm's gonna Rage on. I do have the power to go for a nice, what is that? Some fuzz flying above me. I don't know what that was. Okay, I do have the power to go for a nice Sludge Bomb here. So I'm gonna go for that. And gonna switch out, probably into Umbreon. Into Houndoom. Okay, so she has a very well-rounded team, I am not gonna lie. But we're gonna get a nice Sludge Bomb off here. Poison would be nice. I don't get the poison. She probably would have healed it anyway. And now we're gonna take a little extra damage here. We know the fire move is coming, right? Like, that's pretty straightforward that the fire move is coming. So, I think the play is I actually feel like I go Lance. And just click Earthquake. Because we know the fire move is coming. Lance should be able to take multiple hits. I can go Fox as well. Let's go Lance. Let's go Lance to take this Fire Blast or whatever's coming our way. Beautiful shiny Lance. Here comes the Heat Wave, okay? So as long as I don't get that 10% burn, we're in good shape. It's Life Orb. And the Sandstorm goes away. I'm just gonna click, I think Dragon Claw would KO from here. He's faster, he just Heat Waves again. Okay. But after Life Orb, we should definitely knock this out with Dragon Claw. So that's gonna work out pretty well, and Houndoom's gonna go down. So good start for us. And Sticks gets a little love there. And here comes Umbreon again. And we're expecting the Umbreon to want to go for Toxic. So I'm going to make the play back into B-Drive. And then we're just going to U-turn. And I think we've got this on lock here. Here comes the Toxic again. Played perfectly. And we just click U-turn. And I think this probably KOs. Umbreon's bulky, but B-Drive is very strong. Yeah, baby. All right. And then I think I just go out into Sticks here, and we should be in good shape. Let's go out into Sticks. And this should be pretty solid. I think we're gonna be all right in this one. There's the Shiftry. And this is far from being backed into a corner. I would say you're backed into a corner. Oh, it's got Heat Wave! No, please don't knock out Sticks. Oh, Sticks! Jeez, Sticks, you got me nervous there. Sticks is very physically bulky, but not very specially bulky, so we gotta be very careful there. Snag the poison? No. Alright, so I am gonna have to switch out. Wow. Heat Wave Shiftry. Alrighty then. I think the play is we just go... I mean, it's gonna Heat Wave again. I could easily go Lance and Fire Punch it. I could also just go Fox and just obliterate, right? Let's do that. Because if he Heat Waves, that's probably our best bet. I think it heals, though. I'm just afraid of like a Sucker Punch because I have a couple frailer Pokemon. So there's the full restore, and then I'm just gonna go for the Sacred Fire. It's gonna Heat Wave again. These Pokemon are so fast. I don't know if it's Scarfed or what. Maybe it was Scarf Shiftry. But Sacred Fire should seal the deal and lock us in for our first member of the Elite Four going down in Pokemon GS Chronicles, baby. Okay, that was a good start for us. We beat Karen. Well, aren't you good? I like that in a trainer. Well, thank you. Strong Pokemon, weak Pokemon. That is only the selfish perception of people. Truly skilled trainers should try to win with the Pokemon they like best. I like your style. Go on, the Pokemon League is not over yet. Okay, so I gotta heal. Let's heal everybody up. Okay, so we have to decide what type we want to do next. We just did Dark, and this is probably normal or maybe fighting. And then this is maybe Poison or, I don't know, Poison probably. And this might be like Psychic or Fairy. Poison maybe. Do I want to try to do Poison? I think it's Poison, or do I want to do this one? I'm gonna try this one. I'm gonna switch B-Drive to the front. And I'm gonna try this one. Is it fighting or normal? Who's this? It's Aile? It's now my turn to battle with you, I see. I am Aile. Olivine City is my hometown, but I was raised in the Kalos region. All my life, I have dedicated to becoming a fashion designer. During this time, I learned a perfect balance is the secret key to design clothes for any people. My discipline taught me normal Pokemon are the perfect balance between offensive and defensive. Let me show you the power of the perfect balance. Okay, we're gonna battle this new trainer Aile, who I've never heard of. Maybe I'm just naive, I don't know. And she's got an Ursaring. Okay, so this thing, I would go on and say that this thing is probably Guts. So I do have Brick Break, but I think I actually just click U-turn here because I can't live a hit from an Ursaring anyway. So if I stay in, I get bopped. So let's just go for the U-turn, and it should do a good chunk anyway. So let's see how much this is gonna do to this Ursaring. I don't think it KOs, but it should do a lot. Okay, it did over half. And I think I'm gonna go Swag Pole and hope he Fire Punches. He's gonna Rock Slide. Perfect. That actually worked out so well. Okay. And he is burned. I'm assuming I'm faster, because Ursaring's pretty slow, so I'm gonna go for the Brick Break. And here comes a full Restore, which is interesting. Kind of clears the burn, but this should two-shot. I don't think this KOs, though, because Swag Pole and Brick Break's not that strong. Okay, that's a 2-hit KO. That's perfect. And I get a little Shell Bell recovery here, and he gets burned again. I'm gonna Brick Break again, and she's gonna full Restore again. Okay, this is working out really well for me, because I think this is burning her full Restores. Just give me a better chance to kind of succeed. Okay, that's good. The burn activates again. I'm at full health now, and I'm gonna Brick Break one more time. She's gonna full Restore, I'm gonna Brick Break, and then I think that's it. aDrive used Mega Ribbon, what is that? I don't know what that was. The game glitched out again, but that's fine. I was faster anyway, so I'm assuming I'm faster. I don't think that mattered. Okay, so we beat the Ursaring. What else? Delcatty. I feel like this thing just wants to go for assist. I kind of want to bulk up. Fake out. Okay. I'm going to bulk up. Gunk Shot. I'm curious how much this does. Okay. Well, I'm going to use my first... Wow, that did so much. I'm going to use a full Restore. Let's see all the way up and see what it wants to do. It's going to Sucker Punch, but it doesn't work. Okay, so we've seen a few of the different moves now. And I'm +1. I'm just going to Brick Break. I'm going to switch out the Delcatty and go Snorlax. Okay, this is good for me. Swag Pole's very good here. Because this should two-shot after the bulk up. That was a crit. No? Okay, that just did a tremendous amount then. And it gets a lot of health back with its Figgy Berry. But I just Brick Break again. This is good. This is A-okay. Swag Pole may be able to just put in the work right now. I'm not even gonna lie. All right, what else you got for me? Delcatty again. Okay, so we know this thing wants to fake out, right? I think I just click Brick Break either way. And as long as it doesn't crit me with a Gunk Shot, we should be fine. It's gonna switch back out. So something else catches a Brick Break. It's Blissey, yes! Oh, I was gonna destroy her. I was gonna destroy this trainer no matter what. Swag Pole just destroys this. Like, physical offensive fighting type against a normal type trainer that has a bunch of Pokemon that don't like that. I think I just Earthquake this time. Save a few Brick Breaks. Yep. That's gonna easily knock out Blissey. That might even give me a level. I mean, that's a lot of XP right there. 6,000 XP, almost, okay. 2 Pokemon left, so Delcatty comes back in to fake out, which is fine. Here comes the fake out, that's fine. And I'm gonna flinch, obviously. And gonna switch it back out again. This is fine with me. Into Kang, okay, now that's Mega Kangaskhan, so we're not out of the woods yet. We're out of the woods yet, baby, let's go! Dude, Swagpole with bulk up just popped off. Legit popped off, dude. Now all I have to do is get through Delcatty here, which I should be able to do. So we're gonna Brick Break. I gotta take another fake out. And then I just Brick Break. Here comes the Gunk Shot. We know we can live one because we lived one earlier, and I have the defense boost now. No poison. Brick Break comes off. This should one-shot Delcatty. Let's go. 2 down, 2 to go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about. Let's go. And we beat Elite Four Aile. I had no idea who Aile is, but I will definitely take that. In my experience of becoming a fashion designer, I learned that we can all make mistakes one day, and we should not be ashamed of making mistakes. Your journey isn't over yet. Please go to the next room and demonstrate what you are made of. Ooh, baby. Okay, so we are down. I'm just going kind of in order. We've got this one and this one. I think I'm gonna do this door next on the next episode of Pokemon GS Chronicles, guys. We're gonna break this up into 2 different episodes. This one took me a long time. I had a lot of training to do before I could even get to the meat and potatoes of this one. But the next episode, we're gonna take on the final 2 members of the Elite Four, and we're gonna take on the champion as well. So I'm gonna also get some ethers and things like that. I think I have some somewhere. Oh, maybe they're over here. Wait, where are they? Oh, they're at the bottom here. Elixir. So I'll fully restore that. I think everyone else is good. I'll fully restore you just to be safe. I think everyone else is good to go against the Poison Trainer, which I'm gonna be honest, I feel like we're gonna be okay. I mean, I have 2 poison types myself, so T-Spikes are not an issue. I have Earthquake on 3 Pokemon, which hopefully helps. Hopefully we can beat it. I don't even know what the Mega would be, though. What's Mega and Poison? I don't know why, I can't think of any. But be sure to like the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Pokemon GS Chronicles continues on Friday, and that will be our finale. And Shining Sword comes back next week. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.